again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on on sketch 9 over on Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 days of sketches. I will leave a link to that below so you can go to the Facebook page and see all the other wonderful pages. Obviously I'm behind, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and I pulled out the Close to My Heart Summer Vibes collection. And there's like two 12 by 12 sheets left, so I get this layout done and one more, and then we call this kit done. Alright, so right here in the sketch there was some torn pieces over here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get that stuck down. Then I put some washi tape on the back. And then I'm just going to tear that strip off. At first it tears very wonky and too wide on the white side. Just keep on going. I will tell you what, I messed with this for way too long. I get it finally to where I like it. And then I adhere it all nicely down. And then I'm like, well, that was just silly, because now there's two more strips that I want to add here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off this bubble border strip, and I'm just going to get that stuck, and it's going to kind of go under on some places and then leave a little gap, so I do have to come in with a zip strip. And I do not make you watch me do all of that, because I'm going to tell you what, that took me way too long, and I was like, seriously, like at one point I was almost like, I hate this paper, and I'm done with you. Me and the paper, we have been fighting because I do it once again. I'm going to go ahead and nicely adhere it all back down. And then I'm like, oh, there's the gap. Now what? Let's just adhere it again. No. Rebecca Ann. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't like that. Now let me try to shove this under here. Well, just remember, I just added all that extra adhesive, right? So I'm like, that's fine. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make it work. And then I'm like, that's not coming up. I mean, like, literally, look at what I'm doing here. It took, I'll cut it off here in a minute, but I kept going for like several more minutes. I did get it. I did win. Why I keep adding adhesive, I don't know. I really don't. I thought I cut more of this out than I did, but I just end up trimming it really far down. And then, oh look, we're just gonna shove it under there. I'm shoving it. I am making that sucker work. There you go, it's in there. I go ahead and grab some of the remaining Picture My Life card. I don't know, they're the project, they're the 3x4 journaling cards and such. I grabbed some of those, and then I cut some other ones down. I'm going to go ahead and use the Rusty Hinge from Distress ink and just go ahead and ink all the edges. Very proud of myself for remembering to do this. Now I do have to make sure that I get them where I want them, and I am going to get them all inked up and stuck to the page. There was this little banner piece up here, and I'm like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get this picture placed on here. This is me and my son running errands. He's sleeping. Every once in a while I make him go and do things with me, and he usually does that. I think he does it more so because he knows it annoys me, just in case you want to know. Alright, right here I'm going to go ahead and trim these all down. I want them to all be the same. It's very important to me. They're all 1 inch. I'm going to create the banner at the top and the banner at the bottom using these same 4 pieces of paper in the same order. I go ahead and grab my Fiskars 1 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to draw some lines just so that I line the paper up the exact same way. That seems to have been an issue for me in the past, and they're all done. I do go ahead and get some of them on I get all 4 of these on foam, and I did go ahead and ink the edges of them as well, except I didn't ink the top, so I'm not real sure what that was about. So I go back and add some ink and end up getting it on the page, and then I just make a whole thing and then I hide it. Don't worry about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get 2 of those labeled up, like stuck. See right there, I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. Let me just boop, boop, boop. And then I'm like, oh crap, I got it all over the page. All right, well, we're just going to make it like look like I meant to have it there. Don't ask me sometimes. I just don't know. So now I'm just really going to make a mess right there. And then I cover it up. You're not even going to see it. I feel like it just added a little something to my page. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of this ribbon that I have also that matched on one that was in my stash and has matched fabulously with this collection. As you know, I've used it until I used it with the whole time I used this collection. It will eventually now go back into my ribbon drawer. But I feel like it is the most I've used ribbon in years, so I'm super excited that I got these 5 used very nicely. I did not make you watch me do this. I'm just going to twirl that up, and I'm going to shove it in all that glue. Oh, look, it looks beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take these banner pieces up here, which I have inked as well. And as you notice, they're in the same exact order as the banner below. Just get those trimmed off. And the only one I liked shorter was the black one. I'm going to go ahead and run some of this right there. I do go ahead and bring my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. We're going to put a couple staples in up there, and then I tie this wonky little knot right here. I do futz with this for quite some time just because I want the knot to be in the correct place. So I have to just keep moving it and getting it to where I like it. It's a process. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and trim that. I'm going to take my tiny attacher and put just a couple more staples in on that side, and we're going to call that beautiful. I do, yes, had some liquid adhesive as well under that ribbon just so that it is stuck. And now we're going to go ahead and grab some of the, we're going to use this ribbon, and I do have a tag that I had already had cut out. I'm going to get that stuck on the page as well. And I'm just going to get it stuck right. Well, it's going to go where I had it at first. And then I'm just looking through the little bits that I have that go with it. And I'm going to label up, or I'm going to stack up 3 of these tabs. And those are from the Close to My Heart thin cut tags and tabs. Die cut set, and we're just going to stick those right there because there's a big expanse of empty space at the top. I do label up some of those hearts, just got one stuck right underneath the ribbon, and then I'm going to come in and Soak Up the Sun is going to be the title, and I'm going to stick that over there on that little ant picnic paper. I never did stage the picnic for my family or anything, so we used it. And then I'm just going to add some of these cute little word guys. And then I'm going to come in with a whole bunch of stars. And that is pretty much going to be it for my layout. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the layout. Click that subscribe button below if you'd like to see more from me. Don't forget to go over to the Facebook page and check out all the other wonderful layouts that were created using this sketch for the day. And if you would like to pick up any of this, obviously I can leave the link to my Close to My Heart website below, but this collection is no longer available. So that is, I do trim off just a little bit more. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, love it. Thanks.